Hello. Oh, clutch in.
It wasn't that the clutch wasn't in, you idiots.
Can you guys guess what kind of vehicle this is? I did kind of show the badge on the steering wheel, but it's covered now.
Let's go, let's get out of here.
Woohoo! This thing is clean.
Let's get it.
Wow. Take away that stupid button right there. God, I hated that. I hated that button.
Oh, I know.
Oh my. Dude, this shifter is actually amazing. Look at that. Wow. It literally reminds me of my car. Just a lot slower.
Way better. That was pretty easy to drive. I misshifted it once.
Did what?
Nothing. Was it Uconnect?
I ain't never taking time off. I'm steady grinding. I'm never lying. Was never crying. Take flights, I'm flying. But you I got all the drugs in the world that you need. Niggas ain't scaring me. I was destined for this life.
Racks on, pulling up in
Oh, wow! Too quick.
bad bitch bubble butt. Ay, when my brother get out.
What's going on, guys? As you can see, we are in a different car than my Tacoma. We're in my family's 2018 Jeep Wrangler JL. We actually just got the car. It's got 130 miles on it. We've had it for about 2 weeks now. And it's sweet. I used to have a 2007 Jeep Wrangler, and it was my car, and then we ended up selling it. That's when I got the Tacoma. So we ended up getting the Tacoma instead, which was kind of necessary. The car had 100,000 miles on it. It started having some issues here and there, and it was time to get an upgrade. So now that I am midway through college, my little brother is getting ready to get a new car. He's 8th grader now, so he's got a couple more years. They decided to get a third car. And so that's why I'm taking it out today. I figured I'd get you guys a video out there, and we're gonna be doing a review on it. It's pretty sweet. I haven't driven it very much. Still getting kind of used to the transmission. They actually did go with the manual, which was very surprising, because I mean, they used to have a manual when they were younger. It was like a 96 Jeep way back in the day. And so I think they just wanted to go back to that, which is cool. You don't see too many of them, and I sure haven't seen any JLs with a manual transmission, which is pretty cool. So yeah, we're gonna kind of be going over a little bit on what are my thoughts on it. This isn't gonna be the best review on YouTube by any means. I figured I'd take it out. She didn't want to drive the car today, so I asked if I could, and yeah, so I'm in it. And so I figured, why not? Why not make a video out of me just driving around, getting my first thoughts of it, and seeing what I like, dislike, because there are a few things I've already kind of noticed that I'm not really liking about it, and there's a lot of things obviously that they changed from the JK, which was the old body style, which they changed a lot. Obviously comfortability is the biggest one. They completely redid the interior when it came to the JL, and I think they made a killer decision doing that, because I mean the Jeep is fun. You know, it's fun to have a car that kind of drives like a Jeep, and it's kind of rough, you know, and bare bones, but you know, when you're spending, the prices kind of on JKs got up pretty good. They were up, I mean, you couldn't really get a JK for under 40,000, you know, if a 4-door, I guess, if you wanted to spec out. This thing, I think what they paid was in the 40s to 50s. I'm not 100% sure. I'll get the official number here in a little bit, but it's just cool that, you know, I mean, they spec these things out, and they're pretty expensive, so you kind of want to have more luxurious things, I guess you could say, when it comes to when you're spending that kind of money on a car. So that's kind of what we're gonna go over a little bit. So right off the get-go, I don't know if you guys just heard it, but the Eco Stop Start Engage. So when you come up to a stoplight, I don't know if most of you know, but you come up to a stoplight, the engine shuts off, not all the way. It's supposed to help with fuel economy. I don't know exactly what it does, but all the new cars are having it, which sucks. I personally don't like it, but I mean, if it does help save gas and helps with the fuel economy, then why not? And luckily, in almost all cars, I'm pretty sure you can turn them on and off, so it's nice. The only problem is is every time you start the car, you do have to turn it off again. So there's not just a button where you could just permanently stay off. So we'll kind of go to the outside, we'll leave it going, and we'll kind of go over the exterior. So, as you can see, it's got a lot of similarities to the JK. They look almost identical, but right off the get-go, you can already tell the grille has a lot meaner of a look to it. And now that I'm just looking at these lights, they actually do, the HIDs, they do have a Jeep grille inside the little light, which is a really cool little feature. You know, Jeep always does kind of those little touches on the cars. And it's little things like that really stand out nicely. But as you can see, it's got a lot meaner of a grille. I'm not sure what package she ended up getting. I know she got the Sahara, but I don't know if the hood, it's got a hood indent on it, which adds an aggressive look to it. I don't know if she paid extra for that or if that's how it came stock. I'm sure there's plenty of places where you can figure that out.
Hey, another Jeep?
Right off the bat though, another thing they changed was the fenders. So she got the painted fenders. I'm pretty sure that's just how they come stock. Once again, not 100% sure on it. But they do come now with the running lights right here. On the JKs, the running lights are right here. They're the fog lights, whatever you want to call them. Or no, these are the fog lights. Yeah, those are the running lights. So now they're on the fenders. I'm not the biggest fan of that, but they're going for a more modern look. They're kind of updating. But the biggest thing I would have to say from the exterior purpose that is a bit different is the windshield. So if you come look at it here from the side, you can tell a normal JK windshield probably would be right here. And they pushed it back a lot. And so it kind of gives it a more sleek look. Jeep's had a boxy look. And yeah, it was nice to have that boxy look, but I think that was that's the angle to have it at. And so it looks real good like that. As we kind of work our way to the back, fenders, you know, just your normal fenders, nothing special about that. But then once you get to the back, the taillights are a lot different. So they're still the same housing style, but the overall appearance of them is a lot different, more modern looking. And then on the old Jeeps, JKs, I'm pretty sure the backup camera was right here, so then you get a little bit of the tire if you got the option with the backup camera. And so they actually put it down here, so then you don't have to worry about seeing the tire the whole time, and you can get a full backup experience. You know, you don't have to worry about seeing the tire and if you're gonna bump the tire. Now you know the camera, the angle it's shooting from is behind the tire, which is a lot nicer. And yeah, when I first saw that, I thought it was gonna be kind of a pain in the butt to when you got to take off the spare tire so you get a flat. But actually, you get a torque wrench right here to unlock it, and then this comes off, and then you can pull the tire off. So it's not a big deal. I thought it was gonna be kind of a pain, but it's not. As we work over here, it's still got the normal Jeep, you know, gas cap. It's how it's open like that. But as we get over here, so the car does have keyless entry. It is a fob, and I'll grab the fob. So it is a fob. So as you can see on the door, when you walk up to it, it unlocks for you. And the handles are a lot different. They don't have those buttons anymore, which is one of my biggest pains I didn't like about it, was having to push that stupid button in. But as you can see, it was alerting fob had left the car. So it's modern technology there. But let's go check out the interior, because that is the biggest claim to fame on this car, is how much different the interior is. So I'm gonna hop in the passenger seat and check that out. So right off the bat, you know, the biggest thing is this whole front display, I guess you could call it. On the Jeep, it was real basic right here, the whole climate control. Now you got dual climate control. All the windshield, you know, change the modes right here, and go to feet, windshield, both, you know, real easy to use, real solid buttons. You know, they don't feel very cheap. You got their hazards here, so you can adjust your AC levels here. And the AC is really good. Jeeps are known for their good AC.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And so they kept it with that. You can hear the fan starting up. Sound system's all right. And the JK I had was an 07. I had a stock 8. I think this is a stock 10. Not 100% sure. But the tweeters up here aren't very good. When you get up in the higher, I mean, they're good to start. I just pretty picky. I've done sound systems in every car I've had. and so I'm pretty picky with what I like. But over here to the shifter, it's a huge change for them. So on the old ones, you had this massive shifter that came way out because the center part was all the way down here. So now you got this small shifter, super clean, super easy to use. But in this car, I've driven a little bit, and all the cars I've driven, honestly, this is one of my favorite clutches to drive. It engages really smooth, and it engages midway through the clutch range. So it's not like you're just waiting for it to engage at the end. It's real easy to drive. I mean, I've driven a lot of manuals, and honestly, this is one of my favorite ones to drive. No, not being just biased because it's our new car. But other than that, the four-wheel drive, pretty much the same. They obviously changed the shifter, made it look a little cleaner. It's pretty simple. You know, the whole layout here is pretty simple. Super clean though. And then we'll go over in here. I haven't really looked in here yet. Pretty sure this. Let's see. All right, well. So that's pretty cool actually. So it's got a second storage down there. You got your USB port, and it's got like this cool design. I don't know if you can see it here. I think it's on here too. It's got, I don't even know what you would call that, but it's got engraving in there, which is real nice. Super clean looking. You just pull that again, bam. There's that. The glove box, same thing. Then you got your USB and aux is right here. Got a nice cover on it. Makes that look clean. You got your cigarette lighter. But that's really about it. I mean,
Push to start.
It's all push to start up here. You actually have access to, you can program your gate, your garage in there, which is a huge thing. You don't have to have a clicker anymore, so I don't know where they ran the wires, but that's super clean and super solid, you know. I mean, the door handles are real nice. Everything just feels put together real nice, you know. All right, so we're not gonna go into too much detail in the back. Just simply, you know, you got your windows right here. Here's another, actually I completely forgot about this. You just have vents in the back. You don't have climate control, unfortunately, which is a bummer, but the fact that they even put the vents back here, that's a huge plus on my part, because, I mean, in a Jeep with the top down, windows down, it's nice to have some cold AC coming your way, or vice versa in the winter. But, I mean, I'm 6'6". The legroom isn't the best. I mean, I don't know how much they changed on that wise, but the seats are, this one's not all the way back, but this one is all the way back, and as you can see, I can't fit my legs in. Kind of a bummer, you know. I don't ride in the back of a Jeep very often, so it's not too big of a concern for me, but it is what it is. I'm not going to complain about little things like that. But as we come over here to the back, we'll kind of finish up with the tailgate. So it is the hard top, so you do have to unbolt it to take this all off. It's not like the soft top that we used to have. But as you can see, we do have the stock woofer right here. It is an Alpine. I'm pretty sure this is a 10. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure from what I've seen that looks like a 10-inch subwoofer. Super nice housing. Doesn't take up any of the trunk space, which is super nice. So we got the stock subwoofer, and then down here you got your tools. The tools are actually under here. This pops. Yeah, that pops up. You got your jack and all that stuff. And then when you're working, it's a cool little feature. Jeep always does these cool little features in their cars that just are a nice little touch. Door hinges, so when you take your doors off, you can put the bolts right here. And then when you take the roof off and the windshield, put the bolts and clips there, whatever comes off. It's never necessary to take that off. You have a cigarette lighter back here, so you can charge your phone back here or something of that nature. That's about it, really. I mean, Jeeps are pretty basic. That's why everybody likes them. They're super easy to drive. They're fun to drive. You know, you just close that up, bam, bam. That's that. I mean, the likes, obviously, things I like about the car. Interior, huge improvement on Jeep's part. I love the innovative interior. You know, you got auto lights, you know, just simple stuff like that that it did not have when I had one. That was kind of a bummer, but still not a problem. Dislikes, legroom in the back. It's gonna be pretty much a dislike in every car except maybe a extended wheelbase Rolls Royce or a 600 Maybach. You know, don't have a problem there, but for normal cars, you know, that's always kind of a problem, is legroom in the back. Yeah, that's kind of it. I mean, there's really, I don't have any dislikes. I actually love this car. I want this car. Not gonna get one. I'm thinking about getting a two-door Jeep. we'll see. I have to kind of see what I can do. But I have a couple cars in mind that I want to get as a new daily driver. We'll get a couple more shots of us driving it. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions about the car, let me know. I'm sure I can find out for you. And yeah. Now that we're back in the whip, we're kind of getting my final thoughts on what I think about the car. Like I was saying earlier about the clutch, it's a super easy to drive clutch. If I can ever make this left turn. It's super easy to drive. We got the top off right now. It's a little toasty out. I think it's 84. I'm complaining about 84, jeez. But yeah, all right, let's go, bro. Let's go. Oh God. But yeah, curb. I'm not gonna hit the curb. Oh, this Mercedes is coming up behind me. But yeah, it drives super nice. You know, another thing that the old Jeep never had was this controls on your steering wheel, which I completely forgot to even mention. But you can change the song, I'm pretty sure, hang up, answer a call right here. So just little things on modern cars that Jeeps were kind of lacking that are real nice, especially with it being a manual and not being able to really use your phone. It's kind of handy to be able to just kind of use the steering wheel as you're driving instead of kind of losing track of the road, even though you shouldn't be using your phone while driving. But other than that, it's super clean, super stoked on the car. We're actually gonna be doing a couple things to it, and since I will be doing them, they will be done right. I'm not gonna tell you guys just yet what I'm gonna do to this, but just know it's gonna be super, super cool when it's done, and it's gonna be one of the first JLs to be done. I mean, I haven't seen any JLs around town that have what we're doing to them, so I'm gonna be super stoked when it's completed. But as always, thanks for watching the video. I hope you liked it. I try and do these unscripted and get my like in the moment thoughts. So if you like that, let me know. I appreciate your guys' comments on the videos. It helps me out a lot, actually. You know, probably wouldn't think much, but any critiques, you know, I'll take into effect. Yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good rest of your day, and stay tuned for more content. And keep a lookout for some Jeep Wrangler JL modifications. Over and out.